Hello there, it's the 1st of May today. I happen to be in a place which is called Ponsacco. Oh, fucking damn place is sealed off because there's a fucking socialist bike race with kiddies doing it today. We have more freedom. We don't have to use the health passes in 99% of places. This is not the video to talk about all that the Ukraine bottle crap. Two cases of how regime silent people who speak the truth, whether you're a private citizen, writer or a journalist. In two different places they use the same type of Nazi tactics, or the Gestapo. The first case I did mention about in one or two videos of an Italian writer, Ornella Mariani, I believe so is her name. As I said, she left a few interviews with the Russian television. She didn't exactly speak out against the West. She only spoke out how absurd this hate towards Russia is, and this war. And the Italian people are not solidarity with the government. They don't want war. Basically, she said that in various interviews. Obviously, some Italian judge had her in his sight. Those woke left-wing judges. And this bloke sent the Italian version of the Gestapo to search her premises, which is Digos. Digos is a part of the Italian police, which is dealing with political crimes against the institution, terrorism and all that stuff, basically. Or extremists or anarchists, basically, they're usually at. And one day they knocked on the door with a warrant in their hand to search her premises. They didn't find anything at all as evidence to against her, basically. But she has been charged of offending the Italian Constitution, because the Italian Constitution has been offending the Italian citizens since this virus thing started, and even this war thing, which instead of sending diplomats or humanitarian aid, they send weapons and other military experts down there. And she was charged for pro-Russian propaganda, which is not even a criminal offence. Under no such act in this country, and nowhere in the world. They just made it up. She's going to strike back. She's going to file lawsuits and criminal charges against the Italian government and these people who unlawfully searched her home and her premises where she does her business with no evidence. So they falsely claims. The other case is not in Italy, in Ukraine. I think everyone heard about Gonzalo. I think it's in Sicily. Actually, he's been living in Ukraine for about a few years now, since this conflict broke up. The war began to start covering the insides of Ukraine, exposing Zelensky's corrupt government and the Western propaganda narrative, hate towards Russian people, Russian culture as a whole thing. Well, I don't think these comments which he made went down pretty well with Zelensky. The puppets of the neocons or globalists, you can say, and the SBU, which is the Ukraine version of the KGB in Ukraine. 8 of them have presented up in heavily armed gear with machine guns, and I took them for a week into custody just like that, without pressing no charges. In the end, they took away all these devices of communications, and they began to start messing around with various accounts, which is the YouTube, Telegram and all that stuff, and putting out false information using his account. In the end, it was released, but he was obliged, I think against his will, to sign a statement under the name of being investigated. Can't disclose nothing about what goes on in Ukraine or about the Zelensky government. This is practically intimidation. And he's even an American citizen as well. And I find it hard to believe the State Department never pulled him out of that situation and just left him there. No, State Department are fishing friends with Ukraine, with the Biden administration. And to round off this video, since Elon Musk bought Twitter, 3 days afterwards, they went shit themselves, the Biden administration, and they came out with a proposal to establish a commission against disinformation. This sounds more like the Ministry of Truth, which they do not see, which follows the narrative shall be cancelled or be silent. So it's happening under our eyes and noses, and this is only the beginning.